that rocket. It's blowing up in my pockets. Just look at my balance, more zeros, I'm about to double my racks. Look at my bank account, I'm about to get rich. Look at your bank account, tell me if you don't wish.
It's your boy, Underdog Crypto, aka Jay, here with another cryptocurrency video, and always putting research over hype. Here's my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and this video was created under the Fair Use Act for educational purposes only and research. I am a certified instructor, certified digital currency investigator, a certified fraud examiner, certified expert in social media intelligence, certified expert in cyber investigations,
Master of Science in Digital Forensics Management. We'll place the hood on the graduate.
I'm a digital forensics scientist, currently pursuing my PhD in Technology and Innovation Management with a specialization in information systems. And I do all this to help you find the best cryptocurrencies possible to help change your life. But if you so educate yourself with this information and blow up your bank accounts, then you are absolutely welcome. Folks, you see this today. It's not a regular video. This video is a crypto audit by me on a content creator named Focuz-Digital and their review of Piccolo Inu's updates. Now, I'm a researcher, so let me get this out to you. The most important thing in crypto space is resources that are valid with sound information to assist you. If you only listen to the hype, then what happens is you put yourself in a position to fail. And I want you to win and win big. So by helping you get good sources of information, I can ensure that as you go on this journey, that you have all you need to go fishing for some great probabilities that are in your favor. Now, let's talk about that. Focuz, what did he do? Who is he? And why am I talking about this particular content creator? Well, let's get to a little information first. Firstly, I have done in 10 months 300 videos in the cryptocurrency space. Over 250,000 people have watched the videos I've uploaded, and currently have over 5,000 subscribers. Now, this was because the information provided to you is something that you can go and look for and research on your own to add to your research. I want to be a disruptor in this space. I am not here to hype a coin or to FUD a coin. That's the space that many people are in because that's all they knew. What I decided to do is for the people I'm called to serve, to help them to get in a position to win. That's my whole purpose for the people I'm called to serve. Now, if you gain information from my platform and you're not a part of the people I'm called to serve, then you're absolutely welcome to enjoy the information and let it benefit you. But I need to talk about great sources of information, and let's talk about a problem in the space, and let's talk about Focuz and what he is doing and why you need to pay attention. Check this out. Here we go.
I know many of you, like me, are tired of scrolling YouTube and just seeing 10,000x this and 2,000x that and all these crazy thumbnail videos with explosions with no explanation as to why these explosions are going to happen or how they came up with these explosive numbers. So if that's the kind of thing you like, then you're probably in the wrong place. But if you like me, like I think you are, and you don't want to deal with the nonsense, I think this resource is going to be good for you for more than just this token. So I'm going to leave you with said resource. And folks, don't be a Patrick Star.
Folks, don't be a Patrick Star. And he's talking about SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star, in case you don't know. Listen to what he said. Aren't you tired of the whoop 10,000x, 20,000x. And do you think that what Shook Focus is saying is true? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to go through his research. But before I do that, let me play something for you. I played it before, but I think you need to understand exactly what he's talking about. Check this clip out of Bitboy.
Bitcoin is going to 20 million, Pomp.
Hold on. No. See, that's a lie. 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 That's a lie.
Titles to get people to click on the videos.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. I did not say that.
Does that?
I did not say that. That's a lie. I did not say that.
Your thumbnail did, Pomp. My thumbnail said XRP to 589. Your thumbnail said Bitcoin to 20 million. What is the difference? There isn't one. There is not a difference, Pomp. And you're out here trying to spin this and trying to make me look like an idiot when you're the one that's doing the exact same stuff. It's hypocritical.
Oh, folks, let's talk about what he said. Bitboy, millions of followers. I don't watch his content. Maybe you do. But he's also talked to another large influencer. He says, we all say things. He's talking about the content creators in our videos to get people to click on the videos. I can see some truth to what he's saying. Now, he then said his thumbnails. Now, thumbnails are the pictures that you see when you go to YouTube and you see those pictures and you say, okay, 10,000x, 100,000x. And that's what Shook Focus says. He says, people, this is Shook Focus content creator. People are tired of seeing all this hoopla and you don't know where they get their analysis, why they provided those analysis. He's absolutely right. That is the type of stuff that we need to get out of the space. Research needs to be grounded in facts, not opinions and only speculation. Now, it's not popular. You don't get a lot of subscribers. If I wanted a whole bunch of subscribers very quickly, I just need to tell you what you want to hear and not what you need to know. That is the formula reverse from what is the normal. Shook Focus has a platform that you need to know about. Let's go through what we're going to talk about today about his platform. Look at this, folks. Shook Focuz-Digital. He did a review of Piccolo Inu and their rebranding. Now, just so you know, we're going to go through what he said, and I'm going to be using clips under the Fair Use Act and providing you his words, but you're going to have to go through the complete video he has posted, which will be a link in this video in the description so you can see what he said. Now, some of the topics he talked about was Piccolo Inu Metaverse. He talked about that. He talked about the Discord and his conversation with the community and the Discord about the project. He discusses some of the legalities about the rebranding. He goes through and talks about a large convention with Piccolo Inu. He even talks about your boy Underdog Crypto. He saves no bullets for anyone. And he goes through and talks about the roadmap. Now, this is important because we want to get good, sound resources, and that's important for all of us. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to his video, and we're going to talk about what he said about this updates. Now, let's make sure we're on the same page. You're going to get my review of his review because I am reviewing him as a content creator. Now, this is about Piccolo Inu, so if you're interested in that project, this is a resource that you can check out, but it's deeper than that. I'm trying to get you involved with knowing great sources of information. I don't know these people in real life. What I am doing is evaluating the information they're passing on. What you have to do, your responsibility, is to determine after seeing this type of content, what do you want to help guide you? Do you want the hype and continue to say, oh my gosh, what happened when my crypto crashed and burned? Or do you want the facts based on the research and you can build from that and come up with your own conclusions? I like to make my own conclusions. I don't like people to tell me exactly what I should think. So let's go through his video and talk about what he said. Here we go. The first thing you need to know is you look at the research. I gave everyone a roadmap about pre-search your research. You can find this on my channel, and here I give steps to finding and conducting great research. Now, I used some of these steps and included it in this video so you can understand why I'm saying what I'm saying about this content creator. So first we're going to the summary. Now in the summary, I'm looking for the content creator to discuss aspects that about the research that they're conducting and why they reached their conclusion and what they found. So this is some clips from his video about the summary aspect. Step number 1.
Projects of interest is to go back and sort of see where they at on the roadmap, or see if there's any updates or things to be concerned about. Now, to do this today, I'm going to be using some of their own information against them just to see where the project is at. So we're going to be using their AMA from December 22nd, right? So going over just some of the recent information from the last couple months and seeing what we can or cannot find out.
All right, did you see what he did there? What Shook Focus did was said, let's take things that were stated by the project, let me go through them and fact check and verify them to see if they're in alignment with what they stated. Now, that was great. Roadmaps don't always tell you exactly when something's going to happen on time because there can be changes, and oftentimes projects do have changes. However, it is a great way for you as an individual to look through that project's recommendations about what they see themselves in a few weeks and months and decide if they are staying within alignment with their roadmap. That could be something that influences your thoughts. So that was a great thing to do. So let's keep going with what he stated.
You can get this over on Twitter. Again, link in the description. To the AMA update highlights that they provided. I did attend that AMA as well. Some good information was provided. So, folks, if you aren't paying attention to these AMAs, you should start.
He said where you can go get the resources. So there you have it again. Not only did he direct you to where you get the resources, he says you should attend these AMAs. These Ask Me Anything is what AMA means for those who may be new to the terminology. And these companies and projects provide this information to you because they want to get your support. Community is key. So Shook Focus right there gives you the resources, and he puts it in the description of his videos, which is great. And that's another way that you can have access to those research resources and know if what he's saying is true. All right, let's keep going with Shook and see what else he has to say. Now we're talking about facts versus FUD. This is step number 6 in the process. Now he may talk about this aspect and it may be out of order on my end because this video was done by another content creator. Now, but it doesn't matter. As long as someone's going through and evaluating the facts versus the FUD, it's important. So let's look at some of the facts and FUD he brought up in his video. He talks about the AMA updates, and let's see what he found about those AMA updates. Here we go.
I will say that during the AMA, they did have a representative from the game development company present. So, and he was available and answered questions that we asked. I asked questions, he answered some of mine too. So we have no reason to believe that this isn't happening.
So there is another important clue. This content creator, Shook Focuz-Digital, said that he went to the AMA. They had a representative from a different company, not associated with Piccolo Inu project. That means they have their own reputation to keep up, and that they answered questions about the development of the project. So if someone says, well, it's not being developed, well, just think about that. This has become a more elaborate scam if it was a scam, because they would have to talk about a company who has a reputation, who comes out there to state what they're doing for another company who had to pay them to do that. And let's say the Piccolo Inu project had problems there and they wasn't a real company, because that's what FUD does. It gives you the speculation based on someone's opinions. If that was true, it puts this other company who's developing the game in a bad predicament. Who would want to develop more games with this company if they are developing games for a company they feel is shady? So that's another thing. He is giving you these resources, and he talked about his interactions. That's something very key. You can't find that online where people tell you how they interacted with the developers of a game company that's associated with another project that they're interested in investing in. That That's great detailed information. All right, let's keep going and see what else that he had to say.
The Piccolo Inu community is invited to the testing from the early phase till the final beta. I will say that this is somewhat verifiable, but the playable version still isn't available. But I did poke my head in over on the Discord channel and ask about game testing, and someone did let me know that members of the Discord will be able to participate once the playable version of the game is made available. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave the link to their Discord in the description box as well.
Shook Focus did another thing that is important for you to understand. As a content creator, he is also going further than everyone else. He is going further than other people by contacting and having interaction with people on different platforms. Now he's on Discord. You can see he put up his message and the response from them. So that's another way that you can identify. Now, what he's doing here is important and is key because he's giving you facts, researchable facts, and he's putting up that information to show you what they said. You can use that as a timestamp to see another way to determine if what they're saying stays consistent with what he said. So I like that. It even has on that message that you see there in the screen, and let me pull it up so you can see it a little bit better. It even has a date stamp and time. So you have a timeline that you didn't have before, all from Shook Focus because of the fact that he did that for you. So let's keep going. Now we're going to talk about the AMA further from him and what he said about this.
For the community, a product-based announcement on December 25th. That did happen. We found out that Piccolo Inu has secured some digital land near Atari in the sandbox. So that's a verifiable piece of information. You can head on over. Again, y'all, you know what? If I say something, the link is going to be in the description. I don't want to say that every time. But links in the description. So you can head on over and check that out for yourself if you're interested. There's also over on their YouTube channel an announcement video that was made. So project transition, next on the list was a project transition announcement on January 1st. That happened as well. That's where we found out about the rebranding of Piccolo Inu to become the extraterrestrial Sheba from space.
If this was batting, he's batting 300 if it was baseball, folks. So now he's giving you metaverse. He's giving you the place that you can find the digital land that Piccolo Inu stated they were going to buy. And he's giving you resources. If you don't go back and look at the description and the link here below, right, and you click on that video to watch the full thing, and then you ask yourself, why would I not do that? You want to find content creators like Shook Focus because you want to find ways to get information about your project. He's giving you all these updates. Now, content creators can do updates in a lot of different ways. Myself personally, once I do a cryptocurrency review, I like to do evergreen content. I go through the fact-based research based on what I have found about that project. I present it to you, and that way it's still relevant until they come out with a new roadmap. Now I would have to update that particular section. But overall, the videos stay current. Now, it may not keep you current on the daily activities. That's not my platform. But look what Shook Focus did. He's talked about this project, and he's giving you updates. You need to have both in your portfolio. You need someone who gives you the anchor and someone who gives you the day-to-day. That is a smart portfolio that you need to create for yourself. So look at that. And so we're going to keep going with this, and I'm just looking through this, and I'm telling you, folks, you don't find this everywhere online.
These were some of the highlights that came with the January 1st announcement as well. So they dropped a video, and I just snagged the image from it. So logo design. We did see that the logo redesign happened. Obviously. A new website. At the recording of this video, the new website is not up yet. It still has, but I would expect that's gonna happen because it still has the old logo up on the website right now. Billboard marketing. To my knowledge, no new billboard and marketing information yet, but this would be a good time to mention that if you are new to this token, Underdog Crypto did a billboard investigation on the first billboard that we saw go up about Piccolo Inu. And that actually sparked a response from the Piccolo Inu team, and then he was able to get the dev on his platform, and that started off the release of a whole lot of information regarding this token.
I told you, Shook Focus spares no one. He even put your boy Underdog Crypto under the gun. Now, that's what I was saying in the beginning of this video, that I have over 250,000 people who see the content I have, over 5,000 followers, and 300 videos. Best believe that the atmosphere that I've created and that the community that I serve has is research over hype. That means there's 250,000 people who fact check your boy Underdog Crypto. You want that. You don't want people who just simply post. So what he gave you there is he told you in his video their roadmap, the web new branding, which is another conversation that you should research into, and the trajectory from there. He talked about the billboards. Since they talked about billboards, he brought up the fact that I investigated billboards myself. Now, I did that aspect, but he brought forth that started conversation after bringing the developer on the channel. Then we talked to the developer. All this is a part of your research methodologies, and Shook Focus is doing that. Now, he could have said, you know what? Underdog Crypto talked about this particular piece and I don't agree with it, or I disagree with it. Whatever he said, that's fine. As long as someone can provide something researchable and he's giving you the access to information, that is important. So let's keep going with his reviews. So this is what he said, which is step number 5 in the pre-search to research about the legalities about this project. Here we go.
A legal framework and project overhaul is in process for all queries of copyrights. So again, trying to handle the copyrights, we see that they went through and did the rebranding, even though they, to my knowledge, really did not have to. I guess one thing somebody could say looking at this is, outside of Namekians, there's not too many characters that got this sort of thing going on with the arms. So I'm just taking my guess, my jab at it. I don't know any behind the scenes information regarding that, but to my knowledge, they really didn't have to make any changes. I believe they just did this to help make investors a little more comfortable who are asking about possible copyright issues.
And Shook Focus is spot on yet again. Now, what did he say in that piece? The legalities. One of the things I told you in the pre-search to research that good content creators should do, that you should do, is always research the legalities and political nature of these projects. If you don't, you're going to miss a huge portion that is significant for the long-term viability of your project. Don't be put in a position that you didn't look at that aspect and end up losing because something changes and you didn't foresee that change. Now, what he talked about was the copyright issue, which is actually trademark, because copyright is for works of art, trademark is these logos. So the trademark issues, right? So this is what he's talking about. I agree with him based on the research I have conducted that you saw the original pictures that it wasn't consistent with some type of trademark issues. But I also agreed with his evaluation that to make the investors feel more comfortable, they did a rebrand, so there's no question whatsoever. This would be consistent if you have negative publicity because someone starts this disinformation and too many people believe that. It may be in the best interest to go ahead and cut your losses with things that may not help the project to grow. It's a strategic move more than it was a legal move, in my personal perspective, based on the knowledge I have in this particular area. Now, there will be other discussions that could be had, but this issue, I think he did a great job of breaking down, and he also told you his speculation and told you when it was his opinion versus telling you it was fact. I like that, and I told you about that before. Shook Focus was all over that one. So going through this, where did that leave us? The report that he got from Underdog Crypto and his crypto audit is an A. Shook Focuz-Digital is a platform that you need to check out. And it may not have a lot of followers yet, but what I've shown you in cryptocurrency is that you take the least amount of money and get the greatest amount of gains, even if no one's talking about the project. When I told you about the project Tailcoin, I had 3 to 14 followers. And look what happened. When I said about Shiba Inu, I had less than 2,000 followers. And look what happened. And I could go on and on and on. Stop judging a project content creator based on the number of people and start looking at quality of the content to add to your research, or you will put yourself in a position that is not going to work out in your best interest. Don't be a Patrick Starr is what he says. Go down to the link in the description of this video. Check it out. It is a great information. It's short, concise, and to the point, and he tells you all the updates you need to know on this project. Listen to what he is doing, because he's laying down the reveal of resources for you, and all you have to do is pick it up. Or this is what you could be doing instead. Listen to people like this.
Bitcoin is going to 20 million, Pomp.
Hold on. No. See, that's a lie. 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 That's a lie.
Titles to get people to click on the videos.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. I did not say that. I did not say that. That's a lie. I did not say that.
Your thumbnail did, Pomp. My thumbnail said XRP to 589. Your thumbnail said Bitcoin to 20 million. What is the difference? There isn't one. There is not a difference, Pomp. And you're out here trying to spin this and trying to make me look like an idiot when you're the one that's doing the exact same stuff. It's hypocritical.
They say we all do it. I say look for good content creators like Shook Focuz-Digital, who is not building their platform based on hype. They're building a platform based on sound resources. That's all I have for you. Make sure you go out there and find Shook Focuz-Digital, and he asks you to do one thing at this very moment, that is to subscribe to his platform. I haven't even talked to Shook Focuz. He doesn't even know I'm going to do this, because that's not the point. The point is to provide you resources that you can use to help you blow up your bank account. Add this to your resource. I hope you found this information helpful. Start to grade and utilize your logic and research to find out if the information you're receiving is consistent with what you need, not what you want to hear. And until next time, this has been your boy, Underdog Crypto.
Hey, that rocket is intimate in my pockets. Look at my bank account, I'm about to get rich. Look at your bank account, tell me if you don't wish. Cause I ain't going back. You tell my boss and I'll call me back.